Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning into an episode of the Wonder Kid Morning Show live. Shout out to everyone that is here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, I hope everyone's doing well. Hey, we got some people in here already ready. Zanger was already here waiting. Will.i.am first in the building. Good morning, let's get it. Today's a very special day. We got a very special guest. Everybody knows him as the man, the myth, the legend. Some know him as Mr. Ing. Some know him as the Ravens guru. Others know him as Ingraven. And we're going to have him today. We're going to have a lot of fun just chopping it up. So it's the first time I work with Ing on my channel. So it's just like, I get excited for stuff like this because I don't get to work too much with people. I just do everything like myself. So being able to work with like Sip the Tally Coach, shout out to Coach. He was actually just get out of here helping me with the technical parts of this. But now getting into work with Ingraven and then next Cordell Woodland, I'm very blessed, feeling great. So hopefully everyone's good. Ashley Shelton, good morning. Tactical Precision, good morning. I be saying was good. Can everybody hear me? I want to make sure everything is perfect. Yami, everybody else, good morning, good morning. Can y'all hear me? I want to make sure everyone can hear me and I'm cleared up. Everyone saying, Chris in the building. Everyone in here, everyone's in here. Yeah. We in here, yes. We definitely having fun with this. But without further ado, good morning, the flock. Hey, flock rundown's in here. Ryan's in here. All right, bro, what's good? Without further ado, I'd like to introduce you guys once again to Mr. Ingraven. Good morning,
what's going on,
sir?
everybody?
How you doing?
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you clear, bro.
Okay, cool, man. Because I was having mic issues, I was having camera issues. I already got enough issues myself, but yeah, everything was just messing up. But I'm glad we good now.
Yeah, man. Hey, I was having a little bit of issues too. It's saying I still can't use my sounds. So I'm kind of hurt by that, but we try to find.
It's all. I mean, we know you're gonna make enough anyway. On your own, you don't even need the soundboard, so you're good, man.
Yo, how you doing, bro?
I'm all right. I'm a little tired, but we good, man. How everything with you?
So,
whenever somebody start out, and they look down, oh yeah, it's about to be something serious, man.
So I'm gonna show you how God works in mysterious ways, right? So this morning I put out the Twitter topic for us working together, and I saw you post, congratulations by the way, that John Cena was following Ingravenvids. Yes, he can't see you, he can't see me, can't even see himself in the mirror. So I was sitting there like, dang, that's crazy. I click over to be like, man, that man, he's huge, like 14 million subs on Twitter. And I also found out that he is now following the Wunderkind Show also.
That's
and
what's up, man.
I just was like, so going on live with you now, I was like, bruh, how did this man even hear about me? Did he hear about me through you? Through the stuff that we did with the Lamar interview? Like, did you say, hey, shout out my guy Nitro? Like, how did he find out about the Wunderkind Show, sir?
I have no clue. Because maybe because I know he following Cole Jackson too. He following it's another account too. Another Ravens account too that he follows. So maybe he's just trying to get up on the Ravens, man. Maybe he secretly. I know he from I think he's from Boston, I believe. But I think maybe he's just trying to get up on the Ravens. Maybe he's a little secret Ravens fan or something like that. He don't want to offend no Patriots or no Giants fans over in that area or whatever. So I don't know what it is, but hey, it's cool, man. So shout out to John Cena, man.
So all right, so let's get into this thing. So I'm gonna pick your brain on this. It's off season. We came off of a very, very tumultuous loss in the playoffs. Heartbreaking, some might even say.
Yeah.
A lot of Raven fans felt almost detached. Like it almost didn't happen. What was your thoughts on the loss? And what was your thoughts on going from the loss till now?
I think when you talk about the detachment that a lot of the Ravens fans feel, is because we're tired of the same stuff. Same thing happened the year before. Where we have these, can't call them necessarily super teams, but teams that look really super. We get through the regular season. We saw it in 2023.
Yeah.
Ravens they killing it, man. They doing their thing. Their team is nice. They just destroying teams. Their offense going crazy. Defense doing this thing too. We get a high seed in the playoffs, and then we just the AFC Championship 2 years ago come up short. And it's like it happens for a lot of different reasons and because of a lot of different scenarios and whatnot. But the fact is that it still happens. Yeah. And Ravens fans, you just get tired of it happening. I remember after 2023, when we lost in the AFC Championship to the Kansas City Chiefs, I remember just so many Ravens fans, and I talked to you about it too. The views on the video just dropped tremendously because so many Ravens fans were like, nope, I ain't trying to watch nothing, hear nothing, talk nothing about no Ravens. I don't want to hear about it. And I was like, man, y'all ain't got to take it out on me. Like, I ain't doing nothing. It's the Ravens. I'm just talking Ravens. But then after that, then last year again, regular season, we got the super team. They going crazy. They going wild. It's like, man, oh, yeah, we got it this year for sure. Let's get it. Yeah. We get to the playoffs. Oh, we going against the Steelers again. We know Steelers really familiar with the Ravens. They get the Ravens some trouble, but we should be all right. We ain't going to have Zay Flowers, but we should be straight.
Put in that work.
And we took care of business in a big way. Got out to a nice big lead. The Steelers started scoring a little bit, but it wasn't enough, and Ravens were comfortable. So I'm like, all right, cool. All right, then playoff jitters, they out the window. But then we get to the Bills game, and, of course, literally everything that happened in that game was crazy. But bottom line, Ravens, they came up short. So it's frustrating as a Ravens fan, and it feels like every time that it happens, because when we were in the regular season, we got so much hope, and we like, oh yeah, this is the year. This is gonna be the year. The Ravens looking right. Then they get to the playoffs, and let down. They can still look good in the playoffs, but obviously not good enough. So it's just frustrating, and fans, they feel that, we feel that. It's like, oh man, like here we go again. So now, the way that so many fans, they look at the season, the upcoming season for the Ravens, and they did the same thing last year. They say, you know what? Nothing matters till playoffs. I ain't even gonna get excited until the playoffs roll around. Even though, like, fans still get excited on the regular. Ain't no way you like,
Christmas Day. Yeah.
It's like with playoffs. Obviously, that's the cream of the crop. Only the best of the best survive that or actually make it there. And obviously, the best of the best survive it. But I know fans, they try to say, oh, man, I ain't getting excited until playoffs come out. Even though week one,
everybody watching that for the Bills. Everybody watching that.
Yeah,
everybody watching that. Yeah.
So we all going to be tuned in. But, I get it, man. I get it because it's just the same things keep happening. Or not necessarily the same result keep happening in different ways. Ravens keep finding all these creative ways to lose in the playoffs, and fans are frustrated because we've continued to have teams that are great enough to win it all. Yeah. We have the players in a different positions. Obviously, at the quarterback position, we got a head coach who's been there, done that before, and we got everybody else. So we've been good enough, but the Ravens just have not got it done. But I really started going off on a little tangent because I could talk for hours.
No, we good. We good.
With the I love how the Ravens this all season, like, they've been going crazy with it. And it's sort of like a subtle crazy. And what I mean by that is they just continue to add to even strengths that they have. Over the past couple of years, we've seen the development of their own wide receivers take it up a whole nother level. We've seen Zay Flowers and what he's done. We've seen Rashad Bateman come a long way from where he used to be as a Baltimore Raven. So this offseason, you could have just stuck with Rashad Bateman and Zay Flowers. That's going to be our 1 and 2 guy. Tez Walker, we could bring him along, bring back Tylen Wallace, and we may draft the receiver. But they said, you know what? No, we'll take it up a notch. We'll bring in DeAndre Hopkins. A lot of people sleeping on him, thinking, oh, yeah, he's done. He's going to be used.
He's going to be used.
Yeah. So they brought him in, and that was nice. But then in a second, we drafted Nate Wiggins last year, drafted TJ Tampa, still got Marlon Humphrey, got Kyle Hamilton, got our Darius Washington. And this was before he got hurt. They're like, you know what? No, we ain't done yet. We're going to draft Malachi Starks. And then they had signed Cheeto Awuzie, who's a veteran cornerback, and he's solid. But they saw that Alexander come available. They said, no. Let's get him too. So the depth is crazy. And then, like, the Ravens, what's as good as anything for the Ravens is the fact that they got it, man. They got it because Eric DeCosta, his mindset this year has been like, you know what, I'm going for everything. because he didn't even get to do everything that he wanted to do because we got Roquan Smith. Yeah. They drafted Teddy Buchanan. Obviously, still got Trent Simpson. We'll see how he does. But they still wanted to get C.J. Mosley, too. So we could have had Roquan Smith and C.J. Mosley, but the only thing that held that back was an injury to C.J. Mosley's neck, career-ending injury to C.J. Mosley's neck. So it's unfortunate, man.
That's crazy how that gets kind of overlooked this whole offseason with the C.J. Mosley talk because a lot of fans wanted him back. A lot of fans didn't want him to leave. So, you know, having him come back, you know what I'm saying? It's just, that would have been like, you know that May song? Welcome back. That's what it would have been like. And now we're actually wanting Judon back because, you know, you have Clowney and Judon out there right now for the availability. And personally, for me, Coach agreed. We wouldn't mind either one, but we lean for Judon. Which one would you take if Judon or Clowney was available to come to the Ravens right now and they said they want to take one or either?
If they got Judon, that'd be solid. I wouldn't be mad at it. I would prefer Jadeveon Clowney. But if they got Judon, that'd be solid. It'd be a little homecoming. I know some fans they got excited when they seen Lamar. He had reposted something on his Instagram like a week and a half ago where somebody's talking about, oh yeah, help Judon come home. Yeah. But I wouldn't be mad at it because I feel like there's a spot that's available for an additional pass rusher because with David Ajabo, I don't think he's gonna make the team this year. Neither do I. And even if he does, there's still, like we saw last year, he didn't really get no playing time like that. He was inactive for a lot of games too. So I know whenever we would talk about it, a lot of Ravens fans would be like, oh, well, if the Ravens sign Jadeveon Clowney, Matt Judon, whoever, if the Ravens bring in another pass rusher, then what's that going to mean for David Ajabo? Like, Ravens didn't bring in another pass rusher. You saw what it meant for David Ajabo last year before that. So they already had him inactive a lot.
Yeah.
But then Adisa Isaac is another one who we haven't really heard anything about.
He might not make the team. Or just the practice squad.
I think practice squad is a real possibility. Also, a stash. I think a stash is a real possibility too. But it's been extremely quiet. Like I saw somebody bring it up yesterday on Twitter because this wasn't even my own thought. They were like, "Hey, we haven't heard nothing about Adisa Isaac." I said, "Oh my goodness, that's true.
Adisa.
Ain't heard nothing about him." So I'm thinking like, man, like. Because we obviously about Mike Gray, Calvin Lloyd, they heard about the Dolphins all season. But Tavius Robinson too, but I've not heard a single word about Adisa Isaac at all. So we'll see. Obviously the preseason that could change some things.
Injuries,
but yeah, I feel like a lot could still happen. But Ravens still got options, man. Right? Ravens still got options, and it's nice to have options, but it's nice to know that what you have in house could be special already. But the fact that you could still add to it could make it even better.
Before we go any further, I didn't say that it's at the beginning. Guys, please make sure that you go subscribe to Ingravenvids. He's trying to get to 100K. If you guys have not already subscribed or never watched an episode from Ingraven, you'll catch him down in the description also. Please go to his channel and let's get him to 100. There is no Baltimore Ravens YouTubers at 100K, which to me is laughable.
Oh. Yeah, that's true.
It's ridiculous. Like, there's no way. You know what I mean? Let's try to get this guy to 100K. You already know Coach. Coach is almost at 11K. Let's get him to 11K too. But Ing is on. Please, let's try to get him to 100K. If you have not already subscribed, please subscribe and show support. I want to make sure guys said it before Ing. Okay, Ing. So here's the thing, right? The Ravens have been, I don't want to say broke, because we're not broke. We just spend in like weird areas. Now there's been a lot of chatter, a lot of talk about Lamar getting a deal.
Right.
Isaiah likely getting a deal. Linderbaum getting a deal. Hamilton getting a deal. Out of those four, who do you think is going to get it first? And not just get it first, who do you think will be put on the back burner out of those four?
Real quick, I might need to get a new deal on my mic because I seen the chat been saying that it's glitching. Is it still glitching right here, right now? Y'all chat, let me know because I know it's been messing up. I know Nitro, I believe his is loud and clear, but mine has been glitching. You can hear me though, right, Nitro?
I hear you clear.
You can hear me fine. but I think it's for the chat. It's been messing up. So y'all let me know real quick if it's still messing up or we good now. So it's still messing up. All right. So we're gonna do some real quick tech support, and we'll be right back.
All right.
And I know you can hold it down solo. I know you got it. I'll be right back.
All right, no problem. All right, guys, it's just me right now. Let's go. All right. So look, he's glitching. Is it still laggy with just me? See, that's what I'm trying to say. You see what I'm trying to say? The internet doesn't even want us to work together. I don't got my soundboard or nothing, and it's still trying to do me dirty. What did I ever do? What did I ever do? It's nasty. So yeah, you're lagging. Yours is glitching too. It makes no sense. I can't end it and then come back. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I do not know what's going on. Lilo and glitch for real. I don't know why it's glitching. Ing, what's good, man? They're saying that mine is glitching too. I can't hear you. Oh my God. They're not working in the front yard this time. That's crazy, man. Listen, man, stuff always seems to happen, boy. But I give God the glory. We out here. All right, guys. So hopefully it's like y'all doing the robot. This is crazy, bro. How? How do we do the glitch and glitcher? Y'all out here wilding. All right, guys. Let me see if I can. When he comes back, we'll see if we can get everything moving. They're trying to stop the great facts, Money Mike. They're trying to stop the greatness. It's ridiculous, man. We out here trying to have some fun. LimeWire audio. It's nasty work, bruh. Nasty work. And it's not even that my stuff, because just like I was on there with Coach, it was coming through just fine. Coming through just fine. I got echo cancellation on. I got all that stuff on. Should be going fine. Y'all saying, bro, y'all wilding. All right, so let's talk about this too. When Ing comes back, he comes back. Let's say this, guys. We got a lot to get through to this year. I think once again, we have that good dial-up. Bro, y'all is wild. And I don't got my sound either, bro. Y'all making me mad. You don't want to see me when I get mad. Nothing's going over on the CPU. It could just be the internet connection itself. Why? I do not know. There's nothing else open on the stuff. Like, there's nothing else open. Yes, I'm using StreamYard Flex Zone. Yeah, I'm using StreamYard. Did it get better, guys? Yes or no? Yo, Chris said if I get mad, he'll hear part of it. Y'all is wilding, bro. Y'all is... Yo, where's Ing at, man? Ing probably working on stuff. It goes in and out in a second. You good? Next glitching. Is it still glitching, guys? Let me know. Because I'm trying to get everything as smooth as possible for you guys. Trying to. I don't know what else I can do. They're not working outside today. So I don't know why it would be messing up now. This is mad weird. Technical difficulties. Still glitchy. There's nothing I can. You know what, guys? All right, let me go in. I'm gonna keep it up the stream. Let me just get out real quick. See if I could work on it. Let me see what's going on. Just give me 1 second, guys, okay? Give me 1 second. Yo, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
All right, there we go. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You can hear me?
I can hear you too.
Can everybody in the chat hear us?
Oh.
At work. Coach, yeah, at work making copies. So, come on, guys. What? Anybody else? Yeah, okay, everyone's saying it's fine. Okay. So, all right, it's looking like it's fine. Okay. So, sorry, guys, for the technical delays. YouTube's trying to stop the movement, but it can't stop. These guys say it's still glitching at times. But it's the best we can do. Best doesn't happen in a job interview. Well, yeah, Biden's was a job interview. But all right, so let's get down to this, right? I had said before you left, we got usually money that's supposed to be lent out. You know that we're usually up against the cap. Lamar needs a new contract. Hamilton needs a new contract. Linderbaum needs a new contract. Likely needs a new contract. Who do you think gets one first? Who do you think gets prioritized? Who do you think gets held out? Because I believe one of those four probably not going to get one now. Probably the next year. I think they do all four. Which one do you think gets held out?
Oh, held out. I would say probably Linderbaum, because that's the one. Not that it has the least value or is of the least importance, but I feel like that will probably be the easiest one to get done. With Lamar, that's obviously the priority because Lamar is the priority of this team. But then with Kyle Hamilton, he is out of the rest of the three because we said likely Linderbaum and slipping my mind now. Likely Linderbaum,
Hamilton.
And Hamilton, yeah. Hamilton is the one that's the most expensive out of those three. And with all of them, the price is going to keep rising. But with Hamilton, his has the highest price. And then after that, because apparently, I mean, you've seen it too with they were trying to get something done with Isaiah Likely already. So they trying to get that knocked out before he even touches the ball this season, before he even plays a snap. They're like, look, let's get this done. Obviously, there's a lot of wondering, are they going to keep Isaiah Likely? They're going to keep Mark Andrews. Ravens are letting us know the route that they're taking. So I think they're trying to get ahead of that and all the drama that it could possibly bring and all the noise that it could bring. And they trying to get ahead of that, ahead of the regular season. But again, that injury, I think that just messed things up. So yeah, I just think that's the order of priority. And Tyler Linderbaum, while his is still important because you got your center, you got your guy that has been a really good center for you. So that's going to get handled. But I feel like that one out of everything, that's the simplest. That's the one. That's the easiest. Where it's like, all right, we can put that on the back burner for a little bit. It will still getting taken care of. But I feel like the other ones are a lot more tougher.
You know what's crazy? I was going over this the other day, and I was saying that paying Lamar is pretty much easy because you're pretty much giving him the Josh Allen contract, just a slight more, right?
Right.
The thing with likely Hamilton is that all of the non-QB numbers are starting to skyrocket. They're shooting through the roof. Like you're starting to by large incremental differences from the previous high holders. We're talking $5 million difference, to $8 million difference, $7 million difference. I mean, look how high it jumped up for Jamar.
Yeah.
Jamar jumped very well over Justin Jefferson. And then all of these defensive players said, no, me. And now you're looking at it like, and the Ravens got to re-sign them. I'm going to be real with you. I think Lamar, you already know he is going to be top priority. He's the guy. He's the face of the team. I think he gets done first. There's been a lot of, hoopla on internet saying how, oh, yeah, his is already done. They're just got to put pen to paper. But Lamar keeps everything. And so I know that's going to get done. The one that I was worried about was likely more than, as you said, with Linderbaum, simply because now you got the injury. We don't know how he's going to recover from the injury. when I was on my channel, I said specifically that the reason why the Ravens were so not like and hesitant to get rid of Mark Andrews was because what they'd be paying likely they'd be paying right now for both of them. And at least you have an injury insurance in the happenstance that one of them get injured. And, God forbid happened. Isaiah likely got injured. And we don't know if he's going to be out for week 1, week 2, week 3. If you're going to rush him back, especially if we're losing. If we're not losing and blowing people back, are you then going to slow it down? You know what I mean? Take your time to bring him back. What do you think about the likely and Mark Andrews dynamic with the Baltimore Ravens right now?
I'm glad they kept Mark Andrews. I did think that they were going to trade him, and it did come out that they were listening to offers on Mark Andrews, but obviously nothing was good enough to it. They were like, all right, let's move him. But it ended up being a really, really good decision, even before the injury, but definitely after the injury too. Because like you said, it's a nice insurance policy. But even before that, it's a nice 1-2 punch. Because Mark Andrews and everything that happened in the Bills game, Mark Andrews still a baller, man. He's still a baller. Isaiah Likely, obviously a baller. And then Charlie Kohler too. And Charlie Kohler, whenever he got his opportunities, he'd be doing his thing too. So it's still nice to have that three-headed monster. It's still nice to appreciate that coach. You know how it goes. The technical difficulties ain't no joke, man. And it always comes from my side. My apologies, man. I don't work with other people too, and it's always coming from my side. I'm the one that be having all the hiccups and stuff. So my fault for bringing that on. But with the tight ends, it's nice to be in a situation that they're in, because we have high quality starters and good quality depth too. But now with Mark Andrews, it's like, oh man, Isaiah Likely, if he was getting ready to be tight end 1. Now that's out. Say, oh, well, we guys just got to go to a guy who got a couple of all pros at tight end, couple of Pro Bowls and whatnot. The league in touchdowns again, like we still good, man. We still good with Mark Andrews. So yeah, we still in good shape. Now as far as the contract situation with those two, I think with them getting ready to, well, again with the injury, we'll see. But with them getting ready to sign Isaiah Likely, I do think that again, it let us know, like, all right, well, this is Isaiah Likely. We're going to move forward with him. And Mark Andrews most likely would be gone. It will be nice, but I can't even think like that. But it would be nice if they would keep Mark Andrews too after this year to continue Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews. But a couple of things. One, I do not see Mark Andrews, especially with his contract expiring, wanting to take a back seat to anybody, which is no problem with that. Got no problem with that. You've been a starter for the majority of your career, like 90% of your career. Early on, he wasn't a starter because it was Hayden Hurst, but after that, he ended up being a starter ever since Lamar came on, Mark Andrews came on too, and boom, they clicked and they took off. But you've been a starter for the majority of your career. Shout out to my daughter crying in the back. But you've been a starter for the majority of your career. And for you to, all right, I'm gonna go to second. I'm gonna stay with the Ravens and take a pay cut and be second straight. No, he ain't doing that. And I would not blame him for it. I wouldn't do it either. I wouldn't want to be like, oh yeah, I've been doing this for so long, and now I'm gonna take a back. No. So I would expect him to go somewhere else. I know one of my guys brought up a good point. He was like, man, Mark Andrews, if after this year the Ravens keep Isaiah Likely, Mark Andrews become a free agent, Travis Kelce been talking a lot about retirement. So if this ends up being a year that Travis Kelce retired, then Mark Andrews can end up messing around and go to the Chiefs, and they'd be like, oh, Mark. But you couldn't even be too mad at him because if the Ravens ain't give him a deal, he left. Oh, it's business. So, but yeah, I do see that scenario with Mark Andrews. He leaves because I don't think he'll want to stay. If Isaiah Likely ends up being a guy, and he would have to take a back seat. So.
But listen, I've said this before, and guys, you're there. You can tell me if I'm lying or not. I've said it was never the problem with Mark Andrews during the regular season, right?
That's not
during the regular season. I've said this multiple times. Mark Andrews is a top 3 tight end in the league. His numbers are undeniable, and he has big catches, like highlight reel catches. You'll see versus the Browns, Bengals. Still, like he just when it starts to get cold, and then he starts to drop a lot. His drop in the playoffs is It's like night and day. It's like 119 or whatever passer rating when targeting him in the regular season, like 49 in the playoffs. Then he has drops, fumbles, everything else. So I don't know how well he would do in Kansas City, judging how they're an absolute icebox. You know, I'm just saying, like, they're an icebox. I don't know how well he would do with that level of cold, but I wanted, personally for me, I wanted to move on. I've been high on Likely from when we drafted him. I thought he was the better player from when we drafted him. And I've said that I wanted Mark Andrews to go out with a title and go get his bread. Because if you're going to leave, that's how I want you to leave. You leave with that ring on your knuckle, and then you go make more of that green. You know what I mean? Because let's be real, they're going to retire, or he's going to be inducted into the
Ring of Honor.
Yeah, the Ring of Honor. Like, let's just keep it real. He has been amazing for his tenure as our tight ender, especially during the regular season. But I thought, I just watching Isaiah Likely, I just saw so much meat left on that bone, and I'm just like, you guys aren't even using him. Like, it's to the point where I was watching games where I was looking at Isaiah Likely, and you were looking at it like, bro, there's no weaknesses to his game. If you want to make the argument that he's the best yak player that we have, I mean, run after, yards after catch, he is our biggest jump ball guy, meaning if that ball's in the air and you just got to throw it up, he's probably the best one doing it. Yeah. Him and Mark is a scratch when it comes to backyard plays between him and Lamar, right? When the play breaks down, where are they going? We don't know. Just get it to him. Just get open. I can find you, right? And then you look at it as mismatch. Who can match up with Likely properly right now? He's too big. He's too big for corners. He's too fast for linebackers. And he has the ball skills and the reliability in tough situations that you develop, you know what I'm saying? Just an understanding of he's the target to go to. Even in the Chiefs game, when I told this to everybody, every time the going gets tough in the pass game now, did you not notice that even though Likely didn't play the whole game, when it came down to throwing the ball, Likely's back on the field? Chiefs game of the last play, who did they target? Likely. That's why I was very surprised in the Bills game that we targeted Mark Andrews. How do you look at that being a dynamic this year also? Because I said that in the first game, I feel like Lamar is going to target Mark often and a lot to prove on the point that that's his guy and that we need to be quiet about him. How do you look at it? Do you think that he's going to be targeted a lot? Do you think that Mark's going to have a huge year and that's going to push himself even further out the door? Like, how do you look at Mark Andrews' distribution of targets this year with so much fuel behind his cylinder?
I think it'll be business as usual. Mark Andrews is always targeted a good amount by the Baltimore Ravens, and now especially with Isaiah Likely being out, it's definitely going to be even more. Yeah. With Mark Andrews, especially during regular season, like Lamar has that trust for him. Yeah, he got that trust for him. But I love how, remember before, in years before, early on in the Lamar era, Lamar, Mark Andrews, Hollywood and stuff, a Bengals player had said it. I forgot what Bengals player said it, but he was like, oh, all you got to do is watch 15 and 89. We cover 15 and 89, that's it. We straight. We're going to be taken care of. Because that's all that's all the people he throws to. He don't throw to nobody else. But, yeah, but over the years, especially these last couple of years, we've seen how Lamar Jackson has developed trust with really
good point.
Everybody.
Very good point.
We see the relationship that he has with Isaiah Likely. How, like, I think one of the most defining plays of Lamar Jackson and trust for Isaiah Likely was against the Jacksonville Jaguars a couple years ago. When he made that kill, he threw it up. He made the defender miss. And it's funny because it was a defensive end name, I think, Dwayne Smoot. But we had actually brought him in the offseason for a visit. And the Ravens wanted to sign him, but he ended up going back to Jacksonville. But he made him miss on a sack twice. It was a defensive end. He made him miss twice. And then he threw it up. And when I was watching the game live, I said, oh, boy, this getting ready to be a pick. Because it was like either 2 or 3 Jaguars in the area. But Isaiah Likely went up in the sky. He went up and came down with the ball. I said, oh, my goodness. Because I knew it was going to be a pick, but it wasn't. And I was like, oh, yeah, he got that literal big trust for Isaiah Likely. But then, especially last year, we seen it with Rashad Bateman, too. Like, he would give Bateman them opportunities. And then
you know you trust somebody when you throw them the ball and you look away, you like this.
Oh yeah,
and that was Lamar last year. Yeah. That's how you know you got some real trust for somebody when you could give them an opportunity and you ain't even worried if it's gonna end up doing well or not. Because I know, like Lamar would have looked silly if he would have dropped that. Likely, yeah. If anyone would have dropped it, he would have.
Yo, Lamar would have been like, "Are you serious?" No, man,
yeah, but I'm glad that ain't end up happening
God.
for none of the times that he did, because he did it multiple times. It's nice, and obviously Zay Flowers too. He got big trust for him as well. So with Lamar, if he has just emerged into this quarterback, if you see, he gonna give you a shot, man. He gonna give you a shot. He not just locked on one person. He not just locked on one or two people at pass catcher. If he see you, he gonna give you that chance. Whether it's Tylen Wallace, it could be Tez Walker, Anthony, like
Tylen, that's my guy, bro. Tylen be showing up, and you got to admit that much. He be.
No, he does, because he don't get many opportunities. At all. But when he does get an opportunity, he make the most of it.
Boy, and
he never drops. Yeah, he don't get many opportunities, so I know the numbers could be skewed, but he never drops the ball. But where like Lamar last year, Lamar really showed. I mean, obviously he's been showing who he is, but last year, last drive of the year against the Bills, like if that don't tell you who Lamar is, then like I don't know what to say for real. Because no Rashad Bateman, no Zay Flowers. Obviously Zay was out the whole playoffs, so it was Anthony Miller, it was Steven Sims, it was Tylen Wallace. He did have Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, but as far as receivers, he did not have his guys.
Right down the
what did he do? Right down the field. With ease, no problem, right down the field. And then through the perfect pass, and we know the rest that happened. But Lamar, he's already shown us multiple before the past 2 years, but he certainly showed us last year he can get it done with whoever. But that does not excuse the Ravens to just
whatever.
Take whatever. No, don't do that. But so I'm glad how the Ravens have been moving.
I like that
over these past couple of years. Like two years ago, you drafted Zay Flowers. You still have Rashad Bateman. You signed Odell Beckham Jr. You got Nelson Aguilar too. So they were like, all right, we're gonna give you a little bit more. And then last year, they were like, all right, Odell, appreciate your help. Thank you for helping develop Zay Flowers. Thank you for helping really bring Rashad Bateman out a bit more. We're gonna go with our guys now a bit more, and it worked out. It worked out wonderfully. And now this year they could have continued that, but they were like, you know what? Nope, let's still add DeAndre Hopkins. Let's still add even more. So I like how the Ravens been moving. Obviously, love how Lamar been moving and just has continued to develop. That was another thing that we talked about a lot on our channel too, with the offense. Because I know you know how so many people would say, "Oh, Lamar, he ain't even all that. It's Greg Roman. It's the system. If he don't have Greg Roman, then he ain't gonna be nothing special. He ain't gonna be nothing serious." Greg Roman made Lamar Jackson. Now, Greg Roman, excellent introductory offensive coordinator. He did his thing, but it maxed out, and it maxed out fast. That offense just stopped growing. So I was so glad when Lamar, first year, brand new offensive coordinator, Todd Monken, MVP. No coincidence there. Second year with Todd Monken, it should have been an MVP. I had a much better season than an MVP year, but like, oh no, we feel bad for Josh Allen. Okay, whatever. But he keeps growing. He keeps on getting better. And it's like with Lamar, you think about, like, how can he get even better? It doesn't make any sense how he keeps getting better, but he does. So this year, I would expect him to just be as consistent as he was last year, man. But just even add even more to it. And it's like, how can you add even more to what he did last year, man? With 41-4, over 900 rushing yards. It's crazy.
I can give you 2 reasons why.
Oh, is one of them going to be the fourth quarter sit now? Oh, well, then 3 reasons. There you go. All right.
So for one, and I said this on the channel, I said, there's no more Justin Tucker. There's no more Justin Tucker. So the mindset of John Harbaugh, if we get it right over the mid-range, he's in range, it's okay, let's just kick the points. That's gone. That trust of because mind you, that trust was built upon. It wasn't just given, it was earned, right? He's not going to look at another kicker and expect him to do what Justin Tucker was doing. Oh, 60, don't even look at it. Well, and because you saw on the sideline, he was getting cocky with it. Like, he'd be sitting there like, I don't got to look at it. Like, that's what he was doing on the sideline. So to get closer for that field goal, right? That adds up. Even if you said 50 extra yards, because mind you, it's around a 17-yard difference from where you're kicking, right? So if you're kicking from 30, it's like a 47-yard field goal. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So they're not going to want this guy kicking from 50 on a normal basis. They want to get closer. So if you even got to do that 2 times in a game, that's 50 plus extra yards per game. If you take 50 yards and times it by 17 games, you're going to have 850 plus yards just off that. Just to let you know that. So now we're seeing extra yardage because of having a rookie, right? Then you say, okay, that's one way that Lamar can have better stats. Another way is that Keaton Mitchell is back. Though a lot of the yards, I feel like, especially at the beginning, we were trying to figure out how to use Lamar and Derrick Henry, especially at the beginning when we couldn't run to the right side of the line. I know you remember the first 3-4 games of the season, or 2 games of the season, then he pops off in the third. Then they tried to do some of the stuff in the first games, wasn't really working. Then they went back to just saying, okay, now we're going to start using a lot more play action, putting it in his gut, pulling it, let Lamar have a little more time, give him a little more options on the out. That's not going to happen this year. They already know what works. So they're going to say, we hit the ground running. We know what works. We know what doesn't. So those extra games where we were struggling, not using stuff a certain way, that's gone. So those 2 extra games of statistics by itself is going to be more. Lamar Jackson, to me, and then you brought the fourth quarter being held out, has never truly been used to his fullest capabilities because of all of those reasons. It's either because he hasn't had the run game next to him because he's had to be the run game. He's usually never had the receivers, right, that the other quarterbacks have been garnered to have, right? He's and then on top of it, he always gets, when he's cooking, they send him out of the fourth quarter. On top of it. So now we're looking at it saying if he remains healthy, and let's just say, because if we win 15 games and he's not playing the 17th game. We know that. But if he plays 16 games like that, I can see Lamar easily throwing for 4,500 yards. Easy. Oh, yeah. 45, an extra 5 or 6 touchdowns. Now you're kind of looking at, he's starting to approach 550. You know what that means? 5K and 50 touchdowns. He's starting to get into that with 1,000 yards, 800 yards rushing. He does that in his sleep. So that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's, like, I think a lot of times, because mind you, when he had the year that he had last year, people were laughing. Because remember, I came out and I said he's going to throw for 40 plus touchdowns. And he's going to have like 90 yards. And people was like, this ain't Madden. No one's going to do that. You understand what that. And then he went out and I looked at everyone like, it's possible, man. I still don't think that he's being used 100% of the way. And I believe that the Ravens are slowly putting enough around him to get that out of him.
No, that would make sense. Because that's like, Lamar is obviously the bread and butter. Someday you said, which is funny. You said that over the years, the Ravens, they developed this trust with Justin Tucker to where they get past the 50. They're like, all right, yeah, we got it.
That's what I said.
I think a lot of that trust that left last year because Justin Tucker was missing. He was missing extra points left. So, but yeah, that is a good point because you got Tyler Luke, the rookie kicker, and he been doing this thing recently. It started off a little shaky, but recently he's been doing this thing, and we'll obviously keep watching him in the preseason. But Ravens have given him that boost of confidence, like, hey, no, you are our guy. We rocking with you. We rolling with you. They cut John Hoyland last week. They said, all right, no kicking competition. Tyler Luke, it's you. So with them doing that, they let it be known, like, all right, hey. And I think that's, I felt like they were going to go with him, especially since they drafted him. But I feel like that's more of a mental move for the Ravens than anything. I think they are trying to get him over whatever mental hurdles he could possibly face, because him having to follow behind
Big
Justin
deal.
Tucker, that's a big deal. And we know Justin Tucker, while he did have a lot of hiccups last year, overall he had
The
an
best kicker of
amazing
all
career.
time.
He was the best kicker. Yeah. So with him having to follow in those footsteps, like that's a big deal, man. It really is, and especially with the pressure that's on him, obviously from just following in Justin Tucker's footsteps, but I think also um from fans and just from I think from the exit that Justin Tucker had, that makes it even more pressure because of all the situations with the allegation, just the way that Justin Tucker was, just the way he had he was kicked out, the way that he was kicked out.
Dishonorable discharge.
So Ravens are like, all right, they hit him with the Jazzy, the Fresh Prince. They threw him out. He went flying. But now it's like, all right, Tyler Loop, you're gonna be the new Jazz because you coming around there, man. So Ravens fans like, all right, we watching them closely. They're gonna be analyzing every single kick.
They got a camera on his. They got a camera on his helmet.
That was smart too. I didn't even notice that when I first saw him kicking them field goals. I'm like, all right, cool. But then I saw Warren Sharp, he brought up, he had the camera on his helmet, the little GoPro, so he could talk about the angle how he kicking the ball and all his form and all that. I'm like, oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Like, I have never. Oh yeah, well, that makes sense as a coach. The coach, you know, he see things like a coach. He see like we could be looking at the same thing, and I could be thinking, oh yeah, well it's this and it's that, and coach do it respectfully too. He said, oh well, it's actually this, and it's also this, and it's that, it's that, because he knows his stuff. Shout out to Coach Sip Tally, my friend. But yeah, man, it's a lot of pressure on him. He knows that, Ravens know that, but like I said, I think them cutting John Portland, especially this early, like they would normally not do that at all. But for them cutting him, they cut him this early, so they letting Tyler Luke know, like, hey, we're trying to boost your morale up and your confidence.
You know what?
Sure.
I told everybody on the channel, I said they're gonna try to bring him along as easily as possible because we're in a window. That's to me, that's where most of the pressure comes for Tyler Luke. We're in a window. Baltimore Ravens fans don't want no more excuses. They want a ring now. They don't want to, like, if we win, let's just say it's a tight playoff game and Tyler Luke misses all his kicks. Right? They're not like Raven fans in the past might be like, look, man, you're a rookie. You know what I'm saying? It happens. You'll bounce back next year. No. Raven fans ain't doing it. No, they're not doing it this year. They're going to be like, get the pitchforks. Like, it's going to be burned. Like, remember when they did the Frankenstein? Chased him into the tower, and he was like, oh. Like, that's what it's going to be because it's so much pressure that's been building with having a player like Lamar. Then acquiring a player like Derrick Henry and also drafting a player like Hamilton. Just off those three alone, where you can make an argument that they're the best at their positions in the league. Those three specifically, we've never had it that we've had offensive weapons and defensive weapons that we can look at and say, yo, they're the best in the league. Like, you know what I'm saying? So now it's on him to, when we do call on you, no excuses. I feel like that's where the pressure's coming from for Loop. And I feel, I kind of feel bad for him because it's like, it's like just like a quarterback stepping in for Tom Brady, right? You're like, what type of shoes you got me stepping into? These are size 15. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just hard. But it has to get done. Someone got to do it. And we're gonna and kicking is imperative. You know this, guys in the chat. You know this. Kicking is imperative, especially in the playoffs when everybody is fighting for every inch, every centimeter, every point. Everything gets magnified. Every kick can be do or die. Because we saw last year. Think about it. If we wouldn't have went for two and just kicked the field goal, that catch that Isaiah likely caught, it's a tie game. We go now. You instead of saying we got to go for two to tie the game with Mark Andrews, you feel me? It would have already been a tie game.
What you mean?
So in the Bills game, remember we went for it two earlier, but we missed.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
Yeah, you remember we went for two and we didn't get the 2-point conversion. We had a chance to kick the field goal or go or try to get the extra 2 or an extra point. We went for 2, missed it. That's why we had to go for it for 2 on the next one. So that's what you see what I'm saying? Those things get magnified. Because if we went for and everybody said, no, just take the points. If we would have took the points right there, that catch, we're tied. Now they got to come down and drive the field. Now it's a whole different game, right? But that's what I'm saying. Everything gets magnified in the playoffs. That's another reason why everyone's so big right now, hard on Mark Andrews. Listen, I hope Mark Andrews shows out. I'm hard on him, but I hope he shows out. I really do. Because if he shows out, that's better for us. Just like I tell people, that's my mindset. I'm going to be hard on you guys because I'm Nitro. It's what I do. But at the same time, I want them to get paid. I want them to have their best because that means we're winning. Like, people don't seem to understand that mindset. They're like, I don't like Harbaugh. I hope he lose. No, if Harbaugh lose, we lose. He's our coach, right? You know what I'm saying? If he ends up winning or being great, that means we're winning. The team's being great. So that's my mindset for it, man. But,
no, that's real, man, and that's important too. Yeah, because I know that could be tough for a lot of fans because they may not like a certain player, a certain coach, or whatnot, so they will root for that player or that coach's downfall. All the meanwhile, that would mean, like you said, that the whole team is failing. Something that you talked about with the fans like really being extra critical or just really watching Tyler Loop really closely because they not just going for just anything. If Tyler Loop is missing kicks, it ain't gonna be like, no, well, yeah, he's just a rookie, whatnot. Let him get adjusted and whatnot. Because, yeah, like you said, the Ravens, I don't think their window is closing at all. I know a lot of people feel like their window is closing, and but I feel like as long as they got Lamar Jackson, their window is wide open.
Yeah, of course.
But with the teams that they've had and the team that they have, again, just like last year, just like the year before, like they got enough to win it all. So I think where the Ravens are at, I don't even think it's just the fans, though, which is a good thing. It's not just going to be the fans that are looking at things closely, like, oh, if he started missing, they'd be like, all right, no, we'll just give him some leeway. I think they would to an extent, but what the Baltimore Ravens showed me last year is that if you slipping up, if you are a player and you ain't doing your thing, then we will make the tough decision. And that's something that I think they struggle with a lot in years past. But last year,
loyalty.
Yeah, loyalty, because financial loyalty, because that money, man, that money to do some stuff. But with Marcus Williams, $70 million safety, he was slipping up,
slipping hard,
not playing too well. Ravens say, you know what, we're gonna bench you, and they did it. And I was like, wow, they benched Marcus. The Ravens did, wow, because that is something that they would not normally do. Eddie Jackson, free agent acquisition, supposed to be our third safety. Oh man, Marcus Williams gonna be over here, Kyle Hamilton over there. We got Eddie Jackson, ball hawk. Let's go, let's get it. We got him. Wasn't playing well. The Baltimore Ravens said, "All right,
go
bench you," and he ain't like getting benched. And Ravens say, "All right, Eddie Jackson, we getting ready to go play the Steelers. Let's get on the plane." He said, "I ain't traveling. I ain't going with y'all." Ravens said, all right, well, you've had your last trip with us. Bye. You're off the team. So Trent Simpson. Oh, man, speedy linebacker. We drafted you to take over for Patrick Queen. When they first drafted him, Patrick Queen tweeted, sheesh. I'll never forget that because he know the game, he know the business. But he's supposed to take over for Patrick Queen. That last game of the season, last year, he was looking good. I was like, okay, 2 years ago, not last season, 2 years ago, his rookie year. He was looking good, and we were thinking, oh man, okay. So when he takes over for Patrick Queen next year, then it's gonna be nice. Yeah. So it was rocky. First couple of games, he was the starter. It was rocky. Ravens said, Trent, we love you, but we also need some better linebacker play. You're benched. They put in Malik Harrison. They put in Chris Board. Trent Simpson went to special teams. He was getting on defense here and there, but he got benched. So now, I will say the Ravens did not do that with Brandon Stevens. That's the only guy that did not do that. Like, with everybody else, but not Brandon Stevens. So with that being said, for the most part, minus the Brandon Stevens part, but for the most part, the Ravens have shown like, hey, we know how to make the tough decisions now. Yeah. If somebody not playing up to standards, We're not afraid to say, hey, we're going to bench you. And Marlon Humphrey, somebody who has become a vocal leader for these Baltimore Ravens over these past couple of years, big time. Like, we know Marlon Humphrey be joking around a lot. He love to have fun, but when Marlon Humphrey gets serious, I just said, okay, Marlon, I'm listening too. But he called it out last year. He said, hey, if the players ain't gonna play, if you ain't playing up the standards, then you ain't gonna be playing on Sundays, man. You ain't gonna be on the field. And he said it's on us. He said it ain't on the coaching staff. He said it's on us. And when he said that, I said, oh, okay. And then a couple weeks later, Marcus Lee got benched and Eddie Jackson got put out of this. So he was speaking some real stuff when he said that. So yeah, man, these Ravens, they have a standard. And again, this year is nothing different. That standard should continue to be upheld. And if it's not by whoever the player is, then yeah, I could see them still making some of those tough decisions.
He came out this offseason and said nobody's scared of the Ravens like they're supposed to be anymore. That's what I was going to point out. He like Marlon's been very critical of the offense. I mean, and to tell you the defense, and to tell you the truth, when you look at a lot of these games, the offensive line and the defense, to me, right, is what kept a lot of these games close or lost. Everyone's going to say the kicker, but to me, it should never came down to kick it, right? We watched games where the offensive line just was giving up play after play after play. Then defense was giving. You remember when we were playing the Bengals? This like I did a number graph where if Jamar Chase got to face the Ravens 17 games, the man would have
every record.
Bruh, it was like 40 plus touchdowns and 4,000 plus yards. And I'm sitting there like, what's going on here? Right? Because he's averaging over 200 yards and like 2.3 touchdowns a game against us.
Yeah, he be going crazy, man.
And I'm looking at it like, bro, y'all know he gonna get the ball. You know they're gonna throw him the ball. You know they're going to force feed him the ball. How is this man still going off on you? And it'll be like, if you look at his statistics from last year, because I deep dived. I was like, look at this. 50 yards, 70 yards, 60 yards, Ravens, 250 something yards. Okay, next game, 99 yards, 80 yards, 115 yards, Ravens again, 215 yards again, the two touchdowns. And it's like, a third of his yards came from us.
Yeah, he'd be right.
It's like, come on now, man, y'all tripping.
You know what's funny is that the last time we really locked him down, it was Brandon Stevens a couple years ago. So I think just going back to Brandon Stevens real quick, I think that's what John Harbaugh and them, they was holding on to with him. I think they were just holding on to hope because the year before last, he was amazing. He was phenomenal. But then last year just fell off completely. But yeah, with Jamar Chase, when he be looking at the Ravens like, oh yeah, hey, we might lose the game, but they gonna help me get some bread, help me get some incentives. I'm racking up them numbers against them Ravens. We may lose, but at least I'm gonna get mine, man. So yeah, that's a nice stat pattern game, a nice game where again he get the numbers. He might, hey, I'm having a rough season. Oh, we playing Ravens? Oh yeah, all right, I'm about to bounce back, get back in the top 5 in receiving yards, the top 5 receiving touchdowns, all that stuff, man.
Almost
so yeah,
500 yards.
He
had almost 500 yards in 2 games against us.
Oh, and like you mentioned with the defense, he get all them yards, but Joe Burrow too. Burrow said, "Oh, man, I'm trying. I know we got a losing record and whatnot, but I'm trying to get in that little MVP conversation too. I'm trying to keep up being one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Are we playing the Ravens? Oh,
bro, you ever see one of them bad little kids that like to throw rocks at people? When Joe Burrow is playing, is exactly what he looked like. You ever seen him? And he's throwing them rocks. That's what Joe Burrow looked like. Just and the ball just flying everywhere. Like, you remember when we went up in the game and then they got on the field and the first play was like that screenplay to Jamar, and he runs it 80 yards into the touchdown, and everyone's just like, and remember you saw Lamar on the screen, he's like, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I can't take it, man. I can't take it. I be looking at them like this.
Yes, it's wild, man. How crazy they be going. But again, hopefully this year hopefully this year with the secondary, and it sucks with Darius Washington, because I love how the Ravens, they were stacking that secondary, and it's still stacked. But I love how they were just stacking that secondary. Even they had Darius Washington, they still drafted Malachi Starks. So man, we would have been set. And again, we still set, but it would have been even nicer to have Darius Washington,
Yeah.
who could do a lot of different stuff. But hopefully not only the secondary does their thing, but the pass rush as well, because they obviously go hand in hand. A great pass rush can make a weak secondary look better, but it can make a strong secondary look amazing. So if that pass rush is like that, if they could get like that, that'd be really, really nice. And I think we should expect, because you know how Ravens pass rush is doing his contract year, man. So Adolphe Wade, for real. It's true. The bread is right there, man. It's
Yo,
contract year. So I expect him to show out for real, man. You know that the money's on the line, man.
y'all clipping that because that's such a it's the honest truth. Like, you know how Baltimore Ravens been put Badgers be in the contract year, they ball out.
It's true. Then look at that. That's why I remember for training camp, it was, I think, last week, Carson Vincent, who Ravens drafted an offensive lineman. Jeff Reed was like, oh, this is the first scuffle. This is the first little training camp fight that the Ravens done had, and it was a Adolphe Wade versus Carson Vincent. And I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I feel bad for him, because you messing with a Nigerian nightmare. Them Africans don't play. They got extra strength, but then you messing with somebody who's thinking about that money. You can't mess with nobody when they think about the money. Don't get in the way, Carson. Move out the way. So I'm like, nah, don't mess with Adolphe this year, man, because he gonna be something serious, man. So,
30 plus mil a year is what he's gonna command. Yeah, you wouldn't mess with me neither. Like, what'd you say? Huh? You know who I am? Smackety smacks. Everybody getting smacks. Like, you know what? Like, when you start breaking out 30 mil a year, 4-year, 5-year deal, like, man, if I told you right now, you could sign a deal for 4 years for even 30 million, you probably do backflips on your camera.
Yeah. And I never even did a backflip before. They told me that 30 mil. I'm doing backflips, cartwheels. I'm doing everything. Somersaults, all of that stuff. For real. You're going to think I was in the Olympics, man. You told me that 30 mil, man. That's for real, man. That's a real deal, man.
Oh, God. Yo, man. Listen, I love doing this stuff, man. We got to, man. Shout out to you, man. Thanks for so much for being here with me, man.
Nothing, man.
We got to do this again. I'm hoping the season's about to start. We got to do this again. Y'all already know what it is. What do you got coming up? If you want to say anything to them that you got coming up?
Oh man, just the craziness that the seasons bring. Videos every single day. I'm sure there'll be some days where it's multiple videos, because Ravens always got something going on. He said Ingravenvids. Right?
I told you that. Coach from the top rope.
But yeah, man, just daily daily content, daily videos, just keeping everybody updated with everything going on with our Baltimore Ravens, trying to keep everybody afloat, trying to keep everybody sane, because we know the Ravens, they can make us a little insane. And if you're a Ravens fan, you got a lot of crazy in you, and sometimes the Ravens, they will bring it out of you. So but yeah, man, we just had fun on the channel. We just try to have a good time, and not take anything too serious. I mean, yeah, similar to how it is over here, man. Talk about whatever's going on, put our spin on it, talk about how we feel about it, and yeah, just make it fun for everybody. That's it, man. So I appreciate you, man.
No, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming out. You're my second person to be on here. First time was Coach. You my second. So I'm definitely
that third is a big deal, man. That third one, that boy CW. Hey, you got Cordell on, boy. That he when I had him on, I think it was like 2 years ago, a year or two ago. He was one of my favorite people to talk to. Cordell Woodland, he is amazing, and he had just recently started covering the Ravens. He hadn't been covering them for too long at that point, so now it's a couple years later. But he is extremely knowledgeable. He's somebody that and it's not an interview; it's a conversation, man. He just real, man. He really like that. So you're gonna enjoy having him on, and with him, what I appreciate about him, did the video, talked about the Ravens, But after the video, though, we probably talked for even longer off the video than on the video because he was a real deal, man. So Cordell Woodland is going to be. I promise you, I guarantee you, you're gonna love it. Everybody else gonna love it because I mean you've been seeing the updates and stuff too that he been doing. You see the updates and all that. He real deal, man. And I love that he been getting a lot more attention with those updates because he been providing them every single day. He's nice, man. Yeah, he is a Washington fan, Tim. That's the only, but he keep us updated on our Ravens, man. So he get a pass, man. But Cordell, he really is. He like that for real, man. So y'all, you gonna love him, and everybody in here they gonna love him too. So shout out to Cordell, man, because again, he like that, man.
Yo, shout out to King Lee. He said, where you get that hoodie?
Oh man, I got this hoodie years ago from China, a long time ago, years ago, from China, man. So I used to have a little connect over there to get all my little Ravens hoodies and stuff. But in 2020, when the pandemic hit, I never heard from them again. So I was pretty upset, man. I'm like, man, my plug for all my hoodies and all these different jackets and stuff and shirts that I would get, that's done. So yeah, that's that. So yeah. But that's where I got it from. It's from overseas, from China. But it's a good quality, though, boy. It's nice. But you see this Raven faded now. You can tell I had it for a while. Let me see if I can get that faded Raven. There it goes. This Raven struggling.
Clean though, man.
This is the playoff Raven right here.
Yeah, that's that seasoned Raven.
Playoff. The words, hey, these regular season Ravens, but this playoff Raven. So, but yeah, man.
Hey, man, but thank you for coming on. Guys, please
No,
make
sure, man.
Go out and support, subscribe to Ing. Like I said, we got, and I'm real about that. I've never been a creator that does not want to see other people progress. You know, and you've been doing this a long time, Coach too. I said, you know, I'm so happy with because Coach is about to hit 11K. And
yeah, Coach been moving, man. Coach hit that 10K. You said, oh, 10K? That ain't nothing. Let me get 11.
He was like, you buddy. So we've been so happy for Coach. We know you pushing for the 100K, especially the first among us to do it. So we just want to support as much as possible. Please, everybody, if you have not already done so, subscribe to Ingravenvids. You already know what it is. A lot of love goes out to Ing. Tell you the truth, he's the biggest Raven content creator. He does not have to be doing the stuff that he's doing. He goes out, supports all of the channels, regardless of size. Got to give love to the guy, man. Got to give love. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we'll always have our thing because of, you know, the Lamar stuff and everything was a memory that will never go away from me personally. So thank you so much for being here, Ing. God bless everybody. Shout outs to y'all for showing support. I love you guys. And we out of here. Peace. You know what I'm saying? Yerp.